Hey everyone, this is Alex in Automotive and More, and today we're gonna do something I picked up in Black Friday. These are 4-wheel spacers, and believe it or not, I got these for 80 bucks on Black Friday. So a shit ton of good reviews on them on Amazon. I'll put the link on the description. We got one corner jacked up. I put it in 4-wheel drive, that way the tires don't spin when I torque them up. And this is still the stock setup, and we'll do a little comparison. I'll try to do one side first, that way I can show how it looks on the ground, and we'll see if this adds a little bit better of a stance to the vehicle. Here we have the spacer. This is hub centric. Came with all the lug nuts needed, even came with some Loctite, and we're torquing it down to 100 foot-pounds. Okay everyone, so spacers are installed. These are the 1 1/4 spacers. I will have a link to them in the description. I wanted to do one side with the spacers and one side without. Unfortunately, everybody around my house started doing their lawn, so I couldn't do any more recording there without there being some obnoxious noise. So came here, all the spacers are installed, and that way you guys can get a good view of how they look. Now, I'm actually pretty impressed at the change that it made to the stance of the vehicle. I'm going to try to get every angle there, and it's perfect. It leaves the tread basically just tucked under the fender there, and everything that's sticking out is just the sidewall of the tire. So anything more than 1 1/4 inches, and then you would have the tread sticking out, which is something I did not want personally. So this is the stock tire size. This still has a 265/70, and it looks absolutely great. It makes the truck look a lot more aggressive, being a little bit wider. And not only that, it actually almost makes the stock tires look a little bit bigger. I think it looks, you know, the tires looked a little bit smaller with them being sunken into the fender well, but I think that looks actually great. Give you another view here. I'll get every corner so you guys can see how much that tire sticks out, which I think that is perfection. Give a quick view of how it looks from the front, a bit more aggressive. We'll take a view of how the rear is looking. So I'll have a side view here of the rear. I know this is some of the angles that I at least would want to see, that a lot of the reviews don't really show. So there you have both the front and the rear tires. It's just the sidewall poking out. Now they do stick out a little bit more than what the mud flaps stick out to. I'm actually going to look up if there's I'm sure there's different aftermarket options for mud flaps, but I want to see what the aftermarket options for mud flaps are for these vehicles. Something I do want to do, at least even if I don't change these mud flaps, is trim it on this line here. I don't like that little extra flap sticking out so low. The front ones, they're okay. It looks almost like the rear ones with that part trimmed. Eventually I'll probably leave just this part here, because I do want to stuff 285s and a little bit more lift on this vehicle. We'll do the other side. Basically looks identical. There you can see the front and the rear, and then we'll do a little rear shot of how it looks. So what do you guys think? This was an $80 modification, pretty painless. Let's see if I can get a shot of the spacers, how they look in there. Kinda, I mean, they're black spacers with black wheels and a dark hole, so well, there you go. You kind of see the spacer there on that one. But yeah, $80 modification so far. No complaints. If I ever wanted to remove them, they're easy enough. It's just unbolting the wheels and unbolting the spacers. So I would love to run 285s with those spacers in the wider stance, but we'll see if that works. I think realistically I'm probably gonna end up having to do the mud flap removal at least, and then very likely going to have to do a body mount chop to do that. If I do change the front suspension up, I'll definitely do coils and put some nice upper control arms there while I'm at it. But yeah guys, I think this looks great. I think this was worth the 80 bucks. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys want to see more stuff like this, please follow. I'm always doing little modifications here and there, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you everyone.